Test 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. Live in 10 seconds. After 3 points on Saturday, Coventry United are once again at the top of the table. It's a position that they have not been in for nearly a year. And, well, let's just say that they have every intention of staying there. Tonight's number 3 points would certainly not go amiss at a rather sodden Butts Park Arena, and they'll be coming up against a Rocester side who have caused them problems in the past. But the way this red and green side is looking, you would not bet against the red and greens to make it 6 out of 6 in the Midland League Premier Division, and you can hear it all here on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook. Welcome to live coverage of Coventry United versus Rocester in the Midland League Premier Division. I've only had 24 hours rest after a bizarre 16-1 win for the Coventry United ladies side. Many of them are in attendance today, and let's just say my voice is still pretty darn sore. So I'm hoping that there's going to be no screamers tonight. So Jeff Woodward, this is a message to you, son. Stay away from that top corner, alright? I'm not having another one of them screamers that you had against Worcester, alright? I've still got to commentate on Sunday. That's the thing, we need to say that a bit of breaking news for you. I say breaking, we told you about it on Sunday. The Coventry United ladies match against Lewis on Sunday will not be covered by Coventry United TV. There has been a fixture class. Coventry United men's team were supposed to play their FA Vars match this Saturday against Tipton Town, but due to the rugby club having a home match here, unfortunately the match has been moved to Sunday, so we will not be covering the trip to Lewis for the Coventry United ladies team on Sunday. Next time we'll be back with the ladies is the Sunday after, when they take on league leaders Crystal Palace. So what a way to get back into the groove here on CUTV. We've got a whole 90 minutes of midweek action coming your way exclusively live on YouTube, and it's a bit of a historic moment for Coventry United, because this is the first match midweek for Coventry United at team sheets. So let's start off with Coventry United then, shall we? Starting for the red and greens, number 1, Ash Malhorter. Number 2, Jeff Woodward. Number 3, Lewis Hudson. Number 4, Gift Musa. Number 5, Kyle Barnett. Number 6, Rob Prinzel. Number 7, Lewis Rankin. Number 8, Chris Cox. Number 9, Aaron Apoku. Number 10, Craig Reed. And number 11, Josh O'Grady. And on the bench for the red and greens, number 12, Jamie Coleman. 14, Brad Jones. 15, Aaron Wintz. 16, Tommy Glasgow. And an addition from the under-21s this evening, number 17, Ryan Palmer. And starting for Rocester this evening, number 1, Richard Froggatt. Number 2, Matt King. Number 3, Oliver Pratt. Number 4, Dean Bromley. Number 5, Albert Lansdowne. Number 6, Ashley Lynch. Number 7, Rob Ritchie Smith. Number 8, Carl Allen. Number 9, Oliver Room. Number 10, Martin Smith. Number 11, Callum Riddle. And on the bench for Rocester, number 12, Joe Brockley. 14, Sam Bates. And 17, Charlie Wood. So those are the starting lineups and the benches for both Coventry United and Rocester this evening. Don't forget, if you do enjoy tonight's coverage, hit that smash that like button on YouTube. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to CUTV on YouTube for exclusive content from the Red and Greens. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter at Coventry United TV. And also, if you've got a bit of spare time tomorrow, or maybe even during the half-time break, why don't you go and check out another programme from a certain radio station in Coventry. It's not often that we plug other companies' material, but there's a reason for this, because 2 members of the Coventry United media team were both on BBC Coventry and Warwickshire this evening on the non-league show, namely myself and our very own Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Roy Eden. We both had a little piece on BBC Coventry and Warwickshire on this evening's non-league programme with Clive Eakins, so a big thank you to Clive who's listening in for inviting us on the show. Go and check it out on the BBC iPlayer at half-time or after the match to hear what boring things I had to say, what interesting things Roy had to say. Actually, I scratched that, it's probably the other way around. Unfortunately, we've got no, we've got a PA system tonight, but the speakers aren't working, so you're not going to hear if the kids are united when we score, which may mean that we don't get a copyright warning on the commentary from YouTube. They seem to be a bit arsey about that sort of thing, unfortunately. But the scoreboard's back in order, so old Royston's got his work cut out for him. I've taught him all I could. My young Padawan has now got to do it all on his own, so I'll have to wait and see how he does on that. But I used to MC at Ifield Road, he'll be alright. He certainly knows how to get the crowd G'd up. He's not going to do that tonight because we haven't got the microphone. As we say, Rocester are certainly they're not the easiest of competitors. It's got to say, they do score, but they also concede as well. And United, as we've said, highest scorers in the division with a whopping 20 goals in 5 matches in the league, including 7 against Loughborough. So this is a Coventry United side that certainly know where the net is. But unfortunately, the man they call Tappin, Mitch Piggin, he's out. I think he booked a holiday anyway. He's in Ibiza. Ironically enough, he's on the same stretch of Ibiza where I went to in the summer. So he got injured in Saturday's game against Quorn. He had a one-on-one shot with the goalkeeper. He was taken out from behind when his leg got caught between the legs of the defender. So he would have been out anyway today with an injury, but he's gone on holiday as well. And also Rich Morris has gone on holiday too with his family. He takes his first ever family holiday with his 2 kids, so best of luck to Rich on his holiday. Let's just say that in my experience as a kid on holiday, it's your duty as a child to make your parents' lives a misery, so good luck with that one, Mozza. And also Kevin Thornton, of course, out of commission today with that lingering injury. And you may be wondering, Cook, why is Jamie Coleman on the bench? Well, I'll tell you for why. If you're not too clued up with non-league rules, basically in the Midland League Premier Division and across the entire MFL actually, basically the suspensions take a little bit longer to process, so that will come into effect in a couple of weeks' time, and unfortunately it is a straight red card. There's been a little bit of confusion over Coventry United the last couple of days. Coleman did receive a straight red. He was booked earlier in the match, but it wasn't a second yellow, it was a straight red, so it will be a 3-match ban whether Coventry United onto the field alongside their competitors Rocester for this MFL Premier Division match. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Rocester live on CUTV. So the starting lineups once again for both sides. Let's get straight into the starting lineups once again for both sides, starting with Rocester. So starting for the visitors today, number 1, Richard Froggatt. Number 2, Matt King. Number 3, Oliver Pratt. Number 4, Dean Bromley. Number 5, Albert Lansdowne. Number 6, Ashley Lynch. Number 7, Rob Richie Smith. Number 8, Carl Allen. Number 9, Oliver Room. 10, Martin Smith. And 11 is Callum Riddle. On the bench for Rocester, number 12, Joe Brockley. 14, Sam Bates. And 17, Charlie Wood. And your Coventry United starting lineup this evening. Number 1, Ash Malhorter. Number 2, Jeff Woodward. Number 3, Lewis Hudson. Number 4, Gift Musa. Number 5, Kyle Barnett. Number 6, Rob Prinzel. Number 7, Lewis Rankin. Number 8, your red and green skipper, Chris Cox. Number 9, making his first United start, is Aaron Apoku. Number 10, Craig Reed. And 11, Josh O'Grady. And on the bench for the Red and Greens this evening, number 12, Jamie Coleman. 14, Brad Jones. 15, Aaron Wint. 16, Tommy Glasgow. And 17, Ryan Palmer. United, of course, in their traditional red and green strips, the civic colours of Coventry. Rocester in all blue this evening, royal blue. But can Coventry United give them a royal beating tonight at the Butts Park Arena? They're yet to lose on this ground in the league. They did, of course, lose 2-1 at home to Rugby in the FA Cup match, the extra preliminary qualification round of the FA Cup. But the Omens are good as the Coventry United women, Coventry United ladies I should say, who registered their first win on Saturday, a phenomenal 16-1 victory over Haringey. A lot of the players from that match in attendance this evening. Could they be the men's good luck charm? So just the 2 changes for Coventry United from the victory over Quorn on Saturday. One of them enforced, one not. Sorry, that's 3 changes. Actually, Ashmel Horter has come in for Rich Morris. Jamie Coleman drops to the bench ahead of his impending suspension. He's been replaced by Rob Prinzo, who had an astonishing pre-season campaign. Of course, it's only the form of Gift Musa in the midfield that's kicked him out of the side so far. And up front, after 2 goals in 3 substitute appearances since his move from Tamworth last month, Aaron Apoku makes his first red and green start. Craig Reed in the centre circle for Coventry United. Tap in maybe out, but it's down to Apoku and Reed to bang them in tonight. The Rocester will be looking to knock the red and greens off the top of the tree at the first attempt. We are underway, the Butts Park Arena, live coverage of Coventry United versus Rocester here on CUTV. Rocester possession in the midfield. Richie Smith. Matt King making his way down the right hand side. Good challenge made by Josh O'Grady. Flicks it past Rob Richie Smith out of play for a Coventry United throw just inside Rocester territory. It's going to be taken by Lewis Hudson, who has had a fantastic comeback for Coventry United since returning from Coventry Spink. So it's a poor throw now. Rocester made their way down the right hand side. United will intercept. Gift Musa has lost the ball and racing towards goal is Martin Smith. Catches the Horter off his line, but it's a good catch from the United backup in for Rich Morris this evening. Smith saw the gap between the goal line and Mal Horter. Thought he'd have a go with it, but he couldn't get it over the shot stopper. Rob Prinzel making his first league start of the season. Lofted ball for O'Grady. Heavy first touch takes it away from him. Stabbed away by Albert Lansdowne. Through ball down the right hand side for Oliver Room. His path is blocked by Musa, but he's able to find a teammate in Richie Smith. Despite several United challenges, Rocester still have the ball. Out wide to Matt King. Rob Richie Smith trying to flick it past Lewis Hudson, but straight into the chest of the United left back. O'Grady to Apoku. Back to O'Grady. Lobs it over the defence, but Apoku's not going to get there. Well, he does. He barges Lynch off the ball, but he's stuck in the corner. Can he get out? Well, he can in a way. It's a Coventry United ball. Throw into the red and greens. It's swinging from the left-hand side. Reed jumps for the header but can't make contact. Goal kick. Richard Froggatt grabs the ball. We'll be taking this goal kick. But for an observation here, it looks like Froggatt is wearing the same shorts and socks as the outfield players. Now, usually that's not allowed. I can only assume he's had a word with the ref and got that cleared. It looks to me as if the goalkeeper's shirt is silver, but the shorts and socks are all blue. A poor clearance by Mal Horter allows Rocester back into possession. Rob Richie Smith. Out wide with Oliver Pratt on this left flank, tries to cut in. But a poor touch from Allen. Cox taken out from behind as he makes his way forward, but it's still going now with Aaron Apoku. Tries to take it all on his own and is blocked off by the Rocester defender. Rankin's got it back. Jeff Woodward. Rankin wants the overlap. Woodward thinks better of it and plays it back into defence with Kyle Barnett. Across to his centre-back partner, Rob Prinzel. Prinzel in acres of space, plays it across the line to Kyle Barnett once again. Strides forward, unopposed. Barnett tries to find Reed. Good challenge made by Pratt, but still finds way to Chris Cox. Attempted effort straight to the leg of a Rocester man, but it's come back with Josh O'Grady. Space on the left-hand side for Lewis Hudson. It's found him by the leg of a Rocester man. Cross, easy catch in the near post by Froggatt. 3 minutes gone here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United still drawing 0-0. We'll try and keep you up to date at half-time with all the latest scores from around the MFL Premier Division. Goal kick taken, nodded up rather than forward by Room. Riddle. And that's with Pratt, the left back, down line. He's looking for Martin Smith, but it's gone all the way out for a red and green goal kick. hopeful ball down that left-hand side, but he had no hope of finding his captain. Mel Horter grabs the ball and does a little bit of a warm-up routine as he makes his way back to his 6-yard box. United's first midweek game at home. It's their second midweek game of the season, and last time United played under the floodlights, it was an astonishing 7-2 win at Loughborough. Riddle streams out left-hand side, cuts in, dodges the challenge of both Woodward and Musa, and curls one at the near post and palmed away by Mel Horter. Early opportunity for Rocester, the first proper shot after around 4.5 minutes. Now United have got to watch themselves as Rocester set up with the set piece. Towards the far post. Forward to Room. It's picked up in the penalty area. And a long ball forward, looking for Lewis Rankin, straight onto the boot of Matt King. Rocester playing around in the midfield, nodded forward by Musa, only as far as Lansdowne. Good challenge made by Musa to take the ball away from Riddle, but not for play at this near side for a Coventry United throw, and they're going to take it quickly. Jeff Woodward receives it from O'Grady. Now Gift Musa, quickly caught by Smith and had to distribute it back into the defence with Rob Prinzel. Option out wide for Lewis Hudson. Tries to go down the centre though, easily blocked by Smith, but it's no forward by Chris Cox and nodded back to the goalkeeper by Pratt. Froggatt will now distribute it up line and try and get Rocester on the front foot. 8 minutes of play gone here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 0, Rocester 0 is the current score in the Midland League Premier Division. United leading the way on 15 points, 5 wins out of 5. Can they make it 6 from 6 tonight? Hudson, Reed, space out wide for Lewis Hudson if he can find him. He couldn't. Opoku slides in and enables United to get the ball back. Prinzel nods it towards the left-hand side. Hudson slides in. He gets a bit of Rob Ritchie Smith's leg, but referee says no foul. Opoku challenges for the ball, which is no doubt played by Matt King. It's a Coventry United throw, just about level with the Rocester penalty area. Hudson will go and retrieve the ball. Everyone but Prinzel and Barnett is in an attacking position. Hudson, O'Grady, a little bit of a too powerful crossing. It's not out of play at the far post while Oliver Pratt taking no chances. And it will be a Coventry United corner to be taken at this near side by Lewis Rankin. O'Grady offering the short corner. But Rankin is looking towards that far post. Plenty of movement. It's nodded away, but it should be picked up by Chris Cox. Good side challenge made by Rob Ritchie Smith, but Cox able to get onto the loose ball. Can he whip it in from this left-hand side? It's whipped in towards Opoku, blocked by the defender, but he tries to get it back. Clearance made, Pritchell sets it back into danger, and it goes all the way out for a goal kick. As we hit the 10-minute mark, remains scoreless. But take my word for it, the goals will come. In the history of CUTV, we've been here for nearly 2 years. We've only ever had 1-0 draw. I have to say it now, watch it be scoreless tonight. Prinzel wins the header. O'Grady looking for Opoku on the left-hand side. Lansdowne with the clearance, appealing for handball against Opoku. Referee doesn't want to know. That wide to King. Rocester stuck in the midfield now, and a good side challenge by Lewis Hudson to win the ball back for United. Can the Red and Greens make good on this counter-attack? O'Grady, now Woodward. He's going all his own. Could we see another Jeff Woodward spectacular as Jeff Woodward tries to flick it onto Reed, but the distribution wasn't quite right. Lansdowne clears it up line, and that's offside against Oliver Room. But another Richard Keogh-like run from Jeff Woodward, a man on a mission. The flick into the area towards Craig Reed wasn't quite right. Barnett slips as he punts it towards that left-hand side, met in the air by Lansdowne. Richie Smith chips it forward for King and stabbed away by Prinzel. He'll go out for a throw to Rocester. It's going to be taken on that far side by Matt King. Looking for the long throw up line. Not done by Riddle. Ball over the defence for Oliver Room. Caught up on the edge of the area. Tries the cross. Charged down by Musa. Barnett. Forced towards his own goal line. Tries to find Josh O'Grady out wide, but couldn't quite keep it in. And it will be a Rocester throw in a particularly dangerous position. King will go forward and take it. Rocester not pushing everyone forward. 3 men in a relatively defensive area. Only 1 United attacker ready for the counter. King shines it up and hoofs it into the area, looking for Riddle. Hudson meets it in the air. Now the United counter is on. Rankin finds Apoku. Apoku striding forward, looking to make good in this first start for the Red and Greens. Apoku, he's still going into the area. Blocked off by Albert Lansdowne, and a free kick against Coventry United. As the big number 5 got his body but in between Apoku on the ball. And the United frontman doing everything in his power and everything they could, sometimes not quite legally, to get past him and on to the ball. It was a surging run from the former Nuneaton Town striker. He has only used his limited opportunities so far to full effect. 3 substitute appearances, 2 goals. One of them against Quorn at the weekend. Lynch tries to hook it away, but it's met in the air by Apoku. No one on that left-hand side to greet the ball. And United concede the throw on that far side. Well, Rich Morris may be out of the team today and out of the country, but United can rest easy knowing that they've had 2 clean sheets in their last 2 matches. Throw in met in the air by O'Grady, only as far as Bromley. Side challenge made by Chris Cox. Reed slides in, and it's a free kick to Coventry United. As Martin Smith also slid in, trying to nick the ball away from Reed, and the referee is calling Smith over. And Richie Smith is pleading with the referee. We could be out to see the first yellow card of the match. Well, Richie Smith has been ordered to leave the referee's vicinity. I think it's just going to be a talking to. And the ref has got his point across and he's going to let Smith go about his business without any further punishment. Rankin's going to take this free kick. United stacking the far side of the penalty area. 5 options at that far post, 1 at the near post. Rankin, it's towards Apoku, headed out, played by Lansdowne. Crucial header made as a sea of red surged towards the ball. And you have to try and take a quick corner, and it's taken quickly. Rankin looks to get another delivery in. Lewis Rankin towards the near post. Apoku gets his head in it, but it goes over the crossbar, and a goal kick is the decision from the referee. United started to find their groove. "15 minutes gone here at the Butts Park Arena, the new home of Coventry United Football Club. Frog fries that one clear. Passes towards Richie Smith, but intercepted by Lewis Hudson. O'Grady. Plays it down the left-hand side, maybe a little bit too long for a Poku, and it is. You can see what he was going for there, but the execution, not quite there. A little too powerful from Coventry United's set-piece specialist. Wasn't quite a long ball specialist, unfortunately. And Froggatt once again will take the goal kick. There it goes. Incredible leap by Chris Cox. Now she has to try and get onto the loose ball, and eventually it will fall to Lewis Hudson, who lets it go out for a Coventry United throw. Players been halted just for a little bit as Mark Smith seems to be hobbling. He's gone to the ground now. The referee just wants to check that the Rocester skipper is okay, and we'll be able to continue. Smith still doesn't seem right, but the referee is going to allow the game to start. Prinzel switches the play, looking for Lewis Rankin. That's far too powerful. It struck one of the blue seats in the main stand of the Butts Park Arena. Ambitious but imperfect, the manner of the game so far from both sides. Throw only as far as Woodward, but his header only finds Bromley. Martin Smith across to the right hand side for Matt King, closed up by O'Grady, and the pass towards Richie Smith easily cut out by Lewis Hudson. He wants an option, he'll find it with Josh O'Grady. Apoku making the run, ball down line for Aaron Apoku. He might get to this one. Well, he would have done if it wasn't for the side change of Ashley Lynch. It's a throw in right in the corner for Coventry United. O'Grady sprints the ball, wants to take it quickly. He does. Here's Apoku, closed down by King and back to O'Grady. Apoku's still with him. Cross from O'Grady towards Craig Reed, flicks it on, and it was, I don't know if he was trying to have a shot or control it, but it's gone out of play for a goal kick anyway. Closer to the corner flag than the goal, so if it was a shot, then I think Reedy may be in for some shooting practice. Rocester trying to rally the troops. Out of 6 matches, they've only won 2 so far, so to make it a third win against the league leaders would be no mean feat. But we've seen stranger things happen here on CUTV. Anything can and usually does happen. Froggatt fires it clear. Once again, the leaping ability of Chris Cox is incredible. But his header does go out of play for another throw. Well, Pratt is taking his sweet time about this. And we will eventually get the throw-in taken, but the floodlights and the interior lights of the Butts Park Arena have come on for the first time. Cox meets the header. It's going to be another Rocester throw. And Pratt trying to make his way down that left wing, but was cut off by Lewis Rankin. Up line to Riddle. And this time it does stay in. But he's in a sea of red. Plays it onto the left-hand side for Pratt, who tries to find room down the left-hand side. And the only room that he did find was some spare room in the penalty area where Ashmore Horcher occupied it. Hudson into the centre circle with Craig Reed. Good challenge made by Carl Allen. But Cox makes the interception. As you have to continue this attack, it's Chris Cox. He's still going onto the edge of the area. And once again, Rocester gets stuck in to make the challenge and a foul against Cox on Dean Bromley. And Bromley has gone to the floor here. And so it's nothing too serious. Doesn't look anything serious, so we should be underway again pretty soon. The referee saying that the player doesn't need to receive any more treatment. And we will get underway with a standard free kick on the edge of Froggatt's penalty area. So 20 minutes gone. In all honesty, not a lot of action so far. Froggatt fires the ball away. Looking for Smith. Smith is not only as far as Rob Prinzel. The clearance is to Oliver Pratt of Rocester. Bromley. Play back into defence with Lynch. Ashley Lynch. Long ball into the area. Looking for Riddle. His attempted control is met by Malhorter. He's headed towards the goal line. Malhorter volleys it away. The first start for Coventry United in a competitive fixture for Ashmore Horter. Cox, space on the right hand side for Rankin. He'll play the former City youngster in. Rankin to Woodward. Chips it in, looking for a poker at the far post. A crucial head away by Lynch, only as far as Chris Cox. He'll let it go for a, well, he was going to leave it to go for a throw, but it's kept in by Rankin. Rankin cuts in, now to Craig Reed in the area. Can he turn and shoot? He's turned, can he get the shot away? Lays it off. Lewis Rankin charged down, it's back with Chris Cox. Still an opportunity for United, played out wide, now it's Lewis Hudson. United looking to regroup and get this ball back into the area. O'Grady. Hudson offering support, but O'Grady is going on his own here. Beats one man, but can't beat the second, and plays it back down line to Hudson. Cox, back to Hudson. Back to Cox. Trying to find Hudson again, but a good challenge made by Rob Ritchie-Smith. And to go off the Rocester midfielder out for a Coventry United throw. So a brief respite for Rocester, but it won't last long as United have the throw. It's taken to Chris Cox. Switches the play over to Jeff Woodward. Volleyed past to Rankin. Woodward wants it again, but Rankin doesn't see him. Rankin forward to Opoku, tries to flick it on, and that's Josh O'Grady. Slides in, it's O'Grady. Saved by the goalkeeper, and I'm not sure what O'Grady was doing there. He slid in. Maybe, what was he expecting a challenge from the goalkeeper? I'm not sure what he was doing, but if he got into it first time, you would have assumed that O'Grady would have buried that. I think Josh will be the only one that will know what he was doing there. The second attempt, the goalkeeper had it covered. And now it's Rocester on the front foot. Handball claims against Ridley. Referee doesn't want to know. Played on the left-hand side, and Barnett will beat Ridley to the ball and play it out of play for a throw into Rocester. He could have played it back to Malhorter, but I don't think Barnett wanted to take any sort of chance there. Pratt. It's nodded into his own area by Woodward, and off the head of Rob Ritchie-Smith into the grateful grasp of Malhorter. Quick distribution to Josh O'Grady. Hudson's got the overlap, tries to find Aaron Opoku, but it's easily intercepted by Matt King, who tries to find Rob Ritchie-Smith down that right-hand side. Prinzel will play it back to Malhorter. And Malhorter finds Hudson. And at the second time of asking, he does get it past Martin Smith. He's being hassled by the Rocester captain, and that will be a free kick. Coventry United taken quickly. O'Grady, what was O'Grady trying to do there? Well, no one was ready for it. I mean, you can see why he's taken the quick free kick, but neither Opoku, Reed or Rankin, the only three players in any sort of attacking position, were ready for that long ball attempt. United will regain the ball in the back line. Cox plays down the right-hand side. Aaron Opoku, Reed wants it at the far post. Opoku holds it up. Rankin across the back line to Rob Prinzel. Back to Barnett.